Yo.
Hey, we're back.
Yep. We had a podcast we did last week.
2 weeks ago.
Well, 2 weeks, yeah. I'm trying to find it. My computer kind of went haywire, so I thought I copied it over to my hard drive, my external hard drive. I can't find it. So, and it was a holiday, and it was pretty busy, but still gonna try to find it. But
It was a good one, kids.
show must go on.
It was really good.
The show must go on.
That could be like the lost episodes that we sell on DVD later on.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good idea. Well, we'll start out with a little bit of NFL talk. Real quickly, I'll just give you a rundown. NFL Flash Arrow Gotham, and I'll talk about Jessica Jones for a little bit. Our top 10 this week is our top 10 shows that are finished, as in shows that they started, had a middle, they ended, they don't make any more episodes.
Yeah, done.
Yet. That's preference to one or two that's on my list. So.
Did you put Heroes on your list?
No.
Okay. Because technically Heroes and Heroes Reborn, while Heroes Reborn is a continuation, Heroes Reborn is a different series.
Okay. So I'll just go ahead and get that. I don't want to give any spoilers out. So.
We love spoiling the children. Ooh, side note, I watched John Wick, The Maze Runner, and Jupiter Ascending over the weekend.
We'll throw that in with my little talk about movies. We'll have a little spot with that.
Well, I'm just saying I'm caught up on that much. And I'm completely caught up on
Pluses
Flash.
on all of them? Thumbs up, side?
I loved them all, but well, Maze Runner. Yeah, well,
We'll
get
talk
to
about
it.
it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We'll talk about it.
This is the NFL, people. This is what they came
Dun,
to see.
dun, dun, dun.
So, as per usual, we're supposed to pick, and we didn't pick last week because we didn't do last week because he's doing third shift. So you need when you go.
It's not that it's that hard. It's that I was up all night Sunday because I didn't get home until like 9. So I was up all night Sunday, so I got zero sleep, and I needed to get some sleep before I started the job.
Well, the transition for your first week of third shift is always a rough week. Trust me, I know. I've done it 1,000 times. So,
good news is I don't have to work at Smallwood's at all during this process.
Nice.
During the week, so that's the upside. And unlike last year, I don't have to leave having sex with my girlfriend and then driving all down and having work and then driving home because she gets mad when she doesn't wake up and I'm cuddling with her or whatever. So
fuck cuddling. I ain't got time for that shit.
No,
I ain't got time for that.
I got time for that.
So anyway, the NFL they played some games.
They had some good games.
We can still actually accurately predict. I'm pulling for the Browns tonight.
So am I. I am pulling. We both have players on the Browns. Don't mean to brag, but I think I'll beat you.
I'm done.
This is I pulled a risky move this week.
Travis Benjamin has to have the game of his life.
I started 2 tight ends this week.
I saw that.
I think it was a good play because
it worked out for you.
In hindsight, I should have started Alex Smith.
We should have started a different quarterback, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm done with Matt Ryan.
Matty Ice.
What's his name? Alex Smith has been playing lights out. He hasn't had an interception in like 280 passes.
Well,
they're on a 5-game winning streak right now or something like that.
This week I went with the matchup. I thought, who's got the better matchup? I'm like, Ben Roethlisberger versus Seattle. Ben's going to put up points, but I don't think he's going to get that many. I'm not taking it. Blake Bortles. Not really feeling that. Carson Palmer versus the Bengals D, and they're banged up a little bit. I thought he's going to be playing lights out.
Carson Palmer played at 49ers.
Good. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was last week.
Yeah,
last week he played
last week. So I went with Carson Palmer, and while all of my quarterbacks performed admirably, he was the worst of the 3.
I had Matt Ryan, who I'm done with Matt Ryan. Remember our little bet we made at the end of the season on who was going to have the better career. Maybe it's system. Maybe he only has one receiver and you can just take that out and he doesn't know how to check down it really well. But him and Alex Luck, Andrew Luck. I'm sorry, Andrew Luck, both look like shit right now.
I don't know, man. I'm picking Matt Hasselbeck to win the Super Bowl. Like, seriously.
I don't think he won the Super Bowl. He's playing great, but I don't think he won the
Super
Super Bowl.
Fantastic. He's playing
How crazy would it be if my prediction of the Colts and Seahawks actually ends up being that way? The Colts get there on like a 5-8 record or whatever, or like 8-8 or whatever. Actually, Houston's coming on strong. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, Houston's doing.
But Matt, how would that be if they got there, not with Andrew Luck, but with Hasselbeck.
That would crack.
And he ends up playing his old team in the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, and then he wins the Super Bowl or loses, whatever. I don't know, but this is crazy. I don't know if the Seahawks are
I
good
think it'd be interesting.
get there, but Browns. I definitely got the Browns.
Okay.
Benarage, I think he'll have a good night. So.
Flacco's out too.
The Ravens have no offense. So
they
the
have
defense,
nothing.
I have their defense. So fantasy football talk real quick. I think I'm going to beat you, but we'll see.
No, you're going to beat me.
I don't think the Benjamin's going to do anything. Benarage does good whoever the quarterback is. Benjamin always seems to have a lot of touches with Manziel.
Manziel is not playing first string the rest of this season.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, that's just stupid.
He's a fucking idiot.
No, I do think he's an idiot, but I think it's stupid that. First off, I don't think he went to rehab strictly for alcohol. You can be a rehab something and still partake in it and not be addicted to it. As long as you dealt with the issue of why you were abusing it. You know what I mean?
I think Stephen A. Smith said it best. He said he wants the lifestyle, but he doesn't want the life of a starting quarterback in the NFL. He wants the lifestyle of Rob Gronkowski, but he doesn't want the responsibilities of putting that lifestyle on hold until the season's over. Like, he can't do it. He wants to be the A-list guest guy at every event he goes to, but he doesn't want to put the work in that Manning, Brady, etc. put into it.
I disagree with that statement because I don't feel like he hasn't put the work in because he's only played in the 3 games he's played this year. He has 980 yards, 5 touchdown passes, and 2 interceptions. On a really bad team, that's not horrible. That's 300 plus yards a game.
But I understand why they did why the Browns organization did what they did, because it was based on a
principle.
If you tried to get all your friends to lie,
that I will agree.
That's why he needs to be benched, because you just tried to lie to the coach, the GM, and everybody on your team, and trick your friends into lying for you. I don't want that guy leading my team.
I get that, but I don't understand the blow up about he's out having a good time, he's partying. Well, that's my issue. There are guys in the league that beat up women that are rapists, beat up women, murderers. If you want to go back a while back, and I don't want to get into names,
kill dogs and shit.
Yeah, and he's the problem because he goes out and has a couple drinks with his friends. That's what I don't get. For all we know, he went to rehab for multiple things. He probably went for a little, because there's a picture of him surfacing where he was rolling up a $20 bill. You know what that's for. Coke. Well, anything. Crush pills up and smoke it too, or snorting it too.
Yeah.
But usually it's cocaine.
Yeah, when it comes down to crushing up snorting pills, I think I'll take cocaine.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my issue. Is I don't think going to rehab for someone who's gone through an abuse stage, it's not about ridding yourself of the item in which you abuse. It's about getting the reason why you abuse it.
Yes. And
if you conquer the reason, you don't abuse it anymore. You don't use the substance of which you vented your frustration into. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you?
I just think he's a lifestyle dude.
Well, his parents are rich, so I mean, that lifestyle is never going to change.
Well, but the thing is, and I thought about this when they were making a big deal over it. I'm sitting here thinking, Rob Gronkowski spends his entire summer drinking, partying, and acting an all-around fool, and nobody cares. But this kid does it, and everybody cares.
Exactly.
And then I thought about it, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. Rob Gronkowski, how often do you hear him spotted during the season doing anything but football?
He does have stuff because he has what's called the Gronk bus. He actually sells it. If you pay an extra couple $100 for an hour, he'll come party with you, and it's even during the season. If you pay an extra, I don't think it's like $100.
But you never hear about it. Maybe it's because Kraft has more money than whoever owns the Browns right now, and they can kind of tell TMZ to go fuck themselves until the season's over. So maybe you don't hear about it. But that's the point: is you don't hear about it, you don't see it. But with Manziel,
what Manziel needs to do,
he's a fucking idiot. No. You don't go party with a bunch of college kids. I don't care if
you're difference between Gronkowski and Manziel. Gronkowski doesn't spew his things all over social media. Okay.
Oh, that was posted to Facebook, wasn't it?
Yes. That's the difference, and that's the difference between Manziel is very social media, Twitter friendly, yada yada. I'm sure Gronkowski has a Twitter account and stuff like that, but he doesn't just blast everything on.
I'll put part of that Gronk knows how to play the game, and I'll put another part on that Robert Kraft knows how to keep his dogs in the pen. I think that has a lot to do with it. But
I think it's not. Forever. I think it's much ado about nothing. The only issue I had was apparently there was an altercation with him and his ex. But I'll give you an example of how stupid this is.
What was the
him having a drink is a big story, but Jahlil Okafor, who's a black rookie in college, gets heckled by some hecklers, and he punches one in the face. He's just a kid. Jahlil Okafor is just a kid. But Johnny Manziel, who's only like 3 years older than him, he's just being immature. He doesn't know how to handle himself. He's not an adult. One's having a drink with his friends in a club, a safe environment, not doing anything wrong. He's just having a drink, other than the fact he used to have a drinking problem. For all you know, he never had a drinking problem. He had a life problem. And he probably solved the life problem, but he still likes to have a good time with his friends. That's my issue with it. But one's bad. One's the guy sticking up for his buddies and he's being a good guy. The other one's out having fun with his friends, but it's horrible because he used to have a drinking problem. I'm just tired of hearing about it because you and I both agreed last time. We thought Manziel played well. A couple weeks ago, we thought he played fantastic.
I thought he did. Like I said, I don't care what he does on the side.
And the Steelers are not a bad team.
Hey, whatever he does on the side is his business. My point is he did lie to the GM and the coach to their face. And that's why he should be benched.
And I think that's see, it's the same issue like RG3. I'm not bringing up RG3.
I'll tell you about that.
But the issue with this is let the guy just be the starter. You keep putting him on a week-to-week basis. No one's going to perform their job well if you don't just commit and say you're the guy, take us there.
Mm.
We're gonna fall with we're gonna drown and sink, or we're gonna get to our destination. One or the other. So yeah, I got Browns.
I got Browns. I took the Eagles. I took the Lions.
I took the Lions, definitely there.
I took the Panthers to maintain. I took the Packers. That was just atrocious clock management at the end of that game. Done. Yeah, that's it. You are looking at a team fighting for the number 1 draft pick. Yeah. That's essentially what the Cowboys have become. I chose the Packers. Of course, I always choose the Packers.
They'll get a good running back. They'll get, was it Fournette or Ezekiel Elliott?
Is Fournette coming out?
He might.
They're trying.
I think he has one more year.
I think Les Miles. Well, but I think Les Miles, if he leaves, I bet you Fournette, because he can go to the CFL right now if he wants to.
Probably.
I'm just saying, if he doesn't want to continue to play college, he can just go to the CFL.
Well, Les Miles isn't really quitting. He's just they're talking about replacing him anyway. So I mean, he's just jumping the gun on it. I didn't go back up. What was it?
Packers.
I honestly had the Bears.
I had Packers. I always take the Packers.
That was a horrible game to watch.
That was poor clock management at the end of that one. I hated watching it. I probably would have taken the Bengals.
Bengals too.
Yeah.
Raiders, definitely had the Raiders in that game.
I don't know.
Dude, tell you what, Amari Cooper and Crabtree are a dangerous duo.
She sacked Crabtree this week. I told her not to.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. Even though Titans do have one of the best passing defense in the league, but Crabtree and Amari Cooper are a very good duo.
I would have picked New York. I'm not gonna lie. Well, your boys are kind of off and on.
Yeah, but they came on at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
They are ahead of the division, and I'm so happy. Well, you like that? You like that? Woo!
The other 2 teams in the division are absolute garbage at this point in time. Like, literally, it's these 2, and that's it. Yeah. There's nothing to worry about.
There's
played worry. Each other twice already?
Yes. So we got a hold, sir.
1-1, all right.
We have a higher division record. They've lost to, I think they're 1-2 or 2-2. They're 2-2. They beat us once in Dallas, and then they split with me and us in Dallas. I don't think they've played Eagles yet. So, I mean, they technically still get 2 more wins, but we played the Eagles and Dallas twice. So,
well, there's that. I would have taken the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. And
I would have taken
Matty Ice is just done.
Yeah, the dude's got nothing.
Bridgewater and Adrian Peterson's playing really well. He's out of his mind playing well.
Yeah, but Bridgewater's doing pretty good for a second year.
He's not. He's the ultimate game manager right now.
Considering the limit of weapons he has, because he has Adrian Peterson, that's his weapon. Like they don't have any like top tier talent in the secondary. So it's like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? But he's doing really good with what he has. That's impressive. He has become like the game manager.
Which, when you don't have talent, you don't have like really good. I think they have talent. They're just not developed. Like Stephon Diggs.
He's coming on.
He's coming along. They have Mike Wallace, but Mike Wallace is shit
since
he left the Steelers. I would have picked the Chiefs.
I would have picked the Bills. I would have taken. They
sometimes get 29 this week.
No. Okay. Not to my knowledge.
Chiefs were close.
Did somebody?
I don't think so.
No. Well, tonight's game's not done yet, so there's that.
Well, it's not my team's on here.
I would have taken the Texans. The Saints look like the
actually,
worst.
I would have too, because
the Saints look like the worst thing ever right now.
Man, we were batting 1,000 this week, weren't we? I would have taken the Buccaneers, to be honest with you.
I took the Colts. I would have taken the Colts, but I did pick up the Buccaneers defense this week because they are coming on pretty good at this point in time.
Yeah, I would have taken the Jets.
Yeah.
I think your Dan Campbell thing is sizzled out. I know.
That's okay.
The cats are either trying to make out or have sex.
They're fighting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're sparring. I'll say sparring. Chargers, Jaguars.
Jags. I wanted Jags.
I did want the Jags to win, but there's that.
I'm not going to complain because I had Philip Rivers in one of my leagues. Cardinals.
Yeah, I definitely would have picked the Cardinals. I would have picked the Steelers.
Cardinals. That was a nice sort game too.
Dude, kicking when they should have been passing for the touchdown.
I'd have taken the Seahawks because I can't stand the Seahawks. So.
Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. And okay, Ben's out on concussion protocol now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why he didn't come back? Okay.
Yeah. So that's why Landry Jones was out there limping around doing his best. And I would have picked the Broncos. Thank God.
Oh, you're so lucky. I tell you what.
Thank God.
The football gods have shined upon the rest of the football league right now. Gronkowski injured, Danny Amendola injured, Julian Edelman injured, Dion Lewis. Who's the running back? Chandler Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He's injured. They have a couple other guys in their defense injured. It's it's part of the game, but you got to admit, if they had those guys, that game would not have been close.
Probably not, but I just love the fact that Brock Osweiler did what Peyton Manning has always struggled to do. Outplay Brady.
Well, not true. Well,
dude, the record's like 5.
Yeah, but Brady
5.
has like a horrible track record playing in Denver.
Well, that was beautiful though. Snow in the air, laying on the field, just shitty overall football conditions. I loved every minute of it.
Brock Osweiler stepped up though. I'll give him that credit.
Brock Osweiler can correctly run Kubiak's defense, which I'm still not a huge fan of offense. I'm still not a huge fan of his offensive scheme, but it works with the right quarterback. It doesn't work from the shotgun. It works from the pistol and closer.
Well, yeah. Well, Peyton Manning is not mobile, and I feel like a douchebag because I traded away. I got rid of Anderson. Check that real quick. But I'm pretty sure I won't worry about it. I'll check it later. But I'm pretty sure I got rid of Anderson. So now if they're running the offense right and he gets the ball moving really well. Dude, bro.
It's like that.
Dude, get out of here. No.
He's just going to lay there. He ain't going to hurt none.
Get your tail off.
All right. And predictions for week 13.
I want to talk about something real quick. This was trending on Facebook. Why it was a big deal? You tell me. Apparently Tim Tebow's girlfriend broke up. Why is that a big deal? Who the fuck gives a shit about Tim Tebow and his girlfriend?
I don't give a fuck about his girlfriend.
I mean, yeah, she's hot as shit. I'll give him that. But did you see that on Facebook?
I wasn't even paying attention. I did just.
I'll show you real quick. I'll just show you in here. She was Miss Universe.
So
they're making a big deal out of it because she broke up with him because he won't have sex with her until they're married.
Okay, well, he's drawing his line in the sand. That's good for him.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Because, there she is. Olivia Coulipo. This is who he was dating. Images.
Yeah.
She has another arm, Mrs. Bonderback.
Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, and kudos to Tim Tebow for sticking to your guns, because
being around
God
that.
knows if that's landing in front of me, I don't know what I would do.
I would bang it, but that's just
I would. I'd bury my. No, I can't say it. I'll say it. I'd stick her so hard I would pull me out of her being next king of England.
There you go.
That's what I would do. But I don't know why that was such a huge, big deal on Facebook. It was trending. Like, everyone was apparently talking about it. Who the hell cares?
I don't. His business is his business.
Yeah, I'm the same way. The only thing I care about is why everyone thinks it's their business who the fuck Tim Tebow is dating and not screwing.
He's going to find himself a good little Amish.
He'll find somebody, and that person will deserve him, not be some shallow cunt just because. That's such a gender swap right there, you know? Usually a guy will break up with a girl because she won't put out.
Hey, it is.
You know, that is crazy. That the irony of that is a little bit out there. But okay, next week's prediction.
I'm taking the Packers over the Lions.
I'm gonna take the Lions.
Retribution. Lions beat them in their house, so the Packers are going to beat them.
I want the Jets to win.
Well, I know you want the Jets to win, but I think that's going to be like Manning's off and on. I think he's going to be on this week.
I want the Jets to win.
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
But I'm taking the Bucks.
Bucks.
Seahawks, Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings on that one.
Bears.
Yeah, the Bears.
Bears.
Even though I'd like to see Blaine Gabbert get one.
Jaguars.
I don't have a player on either team, so I really don't give a shit. I'll take Jaguars. Texans are coming on. Dolphins.
I'll take the Browns.
That's going to be Jay Ajayi's breakout game.
Browns, I'll take them as an underdog.
I'm going to take the Bengals. I think they look so much better since they got a couple of losses under their belt.
Yeah, they're a good team. But
yeah. You take Kansas City.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
I'm taking the Broncos and Brock Osweiler.
Chargers. Upset.
Okay. Eagles.
Patriots.
Upset.
Really?
Why not?
How they? Well, you might not be wrong.
You never know.
There's all those injuries.
It's a trap. There's a trap. Panthers. Steelers.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Panthers and Saints.
God, I don't want to take the upset on the Saints.
I'm taking the Panthers.
Just to see an upset. Colts.
You saw the upset. The upset was last night. Be happy with that.
No, I wasn't happy with that because I want the Patriots to win that.
I didn't want the Patriots to win that. I don't want that team to get the perfect season. I want like Carolina. That way, I would love to see them get the perfect season, or the Browns, or Detroit. Some nobody out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
No.
Because Tom Brady has enough. He has it all.
They would be undefeated if it wasn't for injuries. They would be still obliterating the league.
That's still part of the game.
It is part of the game. You're 100% right on that. But it's an unfortunate thing. But you have to admit that there will not be a loss on their docket if it was not for injuries.
Probably not. But when you play that hard and you play that fast and you play that aggressive and you're that smug about it.
And they probably also, you got to factor an injury in that if Peyton Manning was in, he probably wouldn't have played as good. Or probably wouldn't have done as good as Brock Osweiler did. So
I don't think so. Not in those conditions because he wouldn't be able to manage the running game properly. I'm taking the Steelers. You're going to take the Colts. That's a given. That's the game we went to last year.
No.
In the Colts?
Steelers, Texans. Because
Okay.
I wanted a J.J. Watt jersey.
Ah, that's right. I'll take your Redskins. Cowboys are done for the season. They're done.
So this week, the Redskins could win
the division.
And not win the division. It's still close. But Giants could lose, and we can get a game advantage on them.
Could happen.
The toughest game we have the rest of the season, we have Bears and the Bills. Bears and the Bills. The two toughest games we have left.
The Bears.
The Bears. So anything else football-wise? Any stories? Apparently there's a lot of ticky-tack fouls called in the Patriot game.
I'm still trying to figure out what a catch is. I don't know. It's 3 weeks later, and I still don't know what a catch is. Because every week it seems to change depending on who's calling the game, what a catch is. I have no clue.
What do you consider a catch? What would you rule as a catch?
Possession, feet in bounds.
Do you have to... Okay, what if it's not in bounds? What if it's like catch it do you have to follow through the ground and retain possession, or as soon as you catch it and you hold on to it for a second and your feet touch the ground, is that possession?
See, but that's where I'm lost because I thought a possession was demonstrate control of the ball through the catch,
Yes.
inbounds through the catch, and I say maybe you should hold on to it just a little while longer than that. I think it's bullshit that someone got a touchdown by catching the ball, falling to the ground, ball pops out. Of course, the ground can't cause a fumble anymore, but apparently it can't cause an incomplete either. So I'm like completely lost. I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep watching, and now I'm keeping track of how
I get tired of hearing
this weird stuff is a catch over here in this game, but in this game by a different set
You
of
need to give me a
referees.
specific one that you're questioning.
Like, I would almost question everything that has been called a catch this year because I've seen people players catch the ball in the end zone this season and drop it as soon as they go to the ground, and the ref's there.
Yeah,
Touchdown.
okay.
But then a week later, with a different set of officials, I've seen them do that same exact play, different teams, different officials, and it's an incomplete pass. It's like, well, wait a minute, kids, come on, man, the rules got to be across the board.
Okay.
You know
let's
what
bring up a play everyone knows. Remember last year in the playoffs, Dallas, Des Bryant, caught the ball, caught it, took a step, and lunged for the end zone. And when he hit the ground and lunged, the ball hit the ground first, not his knee. He fumbled it. Okay. Now the rule states that you must maintain possession through the ground. He didn't. I think he had 2 steps by that point, but you have to maintain possession through the ground. It's still a catch, and everyone's like, well, everyone was bitching on Facebook at that time. Well, how come when a running back does that, the running back's down by contact? Difference is, I hand you the ball, and even in this process, even if I pitch it to you, it's not a pass. It is a live ball because the ball is going backwards. When you throw the ball forwards, you're sacrificing something. You're sacrificing the security of the ball, which is why you hand the ball off so much near the end of the game, for greater gain on a play, right?
I don't know why you're explaining this to me because I would never argue the difference between handing the ball off and throwing it.
Okay, well, I'm just saying you have to maintain possession when you catch it. The running back is established possession as soon as the ball is handed to him, and the ball is still in play as soon as it's handed to him.
See, I thought the Des Bryant call was fair and even across the board because they gave him the ball at the 1 yard line, which is where he technically lost possession.
No, they didn't.
They called it incomplete?
They called it incomplete because it was fourth and I think it was fourth and 3. And they played up close for a run, and they got him over the top.
Well, I wouldn't have called it an incomplete pass because he did do the one thing that is listed in the NFL guidelines is catch the ball and make a football move, which would be 2 steps.
I don't think so because his football move was his 2 steps to maintain possession in bounds.
Yeah.
You have to make a move beyond that. Those first 2 steps are him getting the possession.
Okay.
That's him maintaining that I'm in bounds.
Okay.
The lunge was his quote football move, and whenever he lunged, he hit the ground and the ball popped out. He didn't maintain a football move because he didn't take another step. That's not a football move. That's falling. That's the way they described it, at least. I understand their issue. The issue is 2 steps. He's in. He's a runner now. No, you have to maintain that through. A couple weeks ago, I think it was in the Patriot game. Odell Beckham Jr. had one right on the goal line. Okay, Let's go back a little further. I think it was a Detroit game against the Bears. Golden Tate catches a ball in the end zone. He has it for like a second, and as he's falling, a Bears person hits it, and it's like a bang bang play. It's like simultaneous almost.
Mm-hmm.
Catches it. He's in the end zone, and the guy flips it. And it pops up in the air, and one of the Bears catch it. That to me is an interception. You must maintain it, even if it's in the end zone. Maintain it through the possession because it's a pass. If it's a run, that's different. If you ran it in, as soon as that ball breaks the plane of the end zone, the play's dead, and whatever happens after that is done. But the catch is you have to catch it, maintain a possession through the ground and through the play.
Mm.
So in that situation, not a catch. Odell Beckham Jr., same thing. He had 2 feet in, he caught the ball. Okay, he caught the ball with his hands. As soon as he put his left foot down, literally maybe a millisecond later, the guy got a hand on and knocked it out. not a catch. You have to maintain it, the catch, and maintain it through the ground. Remember a couple years ago in the Super Bowl, Santonio Holmes caught the ball in the end zone against the Cardinals. His feet were in, and he fell out and landed. He maintained possession through the ground.
And his feet was
the
in
ball.
bounds.
Yes, the ball never moved.
That was technically a catch and a possession because he demonstrated control of the ball through the catch.
Yes, that is a perfect example. Now, let's say he came down, even though his feet were in, and he caught the ball in the air, and he came down, the ball pops out. That is an incompletion. You must maintain possession through the ground.
I'm with you. I'm just trying to understand the NFL's rules because they seriously need to. I think that's something they need to look at in the offseason in the owners' meetings. Like, seriously look at that, and not maybe the owners' meetings, but the other meetings they have. Because you know how they bring the coaches in, and they're like, okay, we're going to overlook some of the rules this year and say this and say that, review this, review that.
Mm-hmm.
I really think they need to redefine the wording across the board of what is and is not a catch, because it's apparent to me at this point in time that there are officials on the field that read the NFL book, because they have to, because it's their job, that are interpreting it differently than New York is. And it's not like we can go back a day later and say, oh, well, they should have had a touchdown, let's award them 6
Do you have a specific play that you have in mind that you're talking about?
No, I've just seen a lot of it this year to where we call it ticky-tack or whatever, and for one team, it's a catch and a touchdown. For another team, it's an incomplete pass. Dude, it's been like weeks ago, dude.
Okay, I thought it was one this week. That's why I'm asking.
No, that's what brought this up like 3 weeks ago. So I'm like, what the fuck is a catch?
There was one
for this team, it was a catch. For that team, it wasn't a catch. I'm like, I don't get it.
There was a perfect one this week. Okay, last night to I think it was Bryant on Steelers.
Mortavius.
Yeah, he caught it. He got 2 hands on. He got the second foot in. But as he got the second foot in, the ball bobbled a little bit.
He took it. What happened was you're talking about like third, fourth quarter when he was running out of bounds.
Yeah, well, the ball was
he caught it like this,
and he bobbled a little bit in his hands.
Yeah, he took his right hand off the ball and then brought his right hand back to it and then stepped out of bounds. Like,
I think they called an incompletion.
They called it an incompletion
because the ball, that was perfect call, and it was a perfect camera placement because the camera was literally like from me to you away. You could see the ball just shifting
a little bit, but at game speed, it looked clean.
Oh yeah, I will not argue that. It looked
so
dead
clean.
on. It looked dead on because I was watching it with Kevin Gleckel at the bar last night at Smiley's.
Did he tell you I was in there running my mouth about the Utopias?
No, he didn't. When were you in there?
When I was
in the store.
Saturday?
Okay, the store.
Yeah, I was at the store. All right, I am not harping on this anymore. That's just like I really think they need to clean up the.
I think they need to stop with ticky-tack bullshit fouls. They call some of your fouls on the defense dumb fouls that are game-changing. For example,
what the hell did they call this week? One of the games, they called a foul that literally they said had not been called in like 5 years, and it was a really ticky-tacky one. Oh my god, I can't even remember which game it was.
They had one last week. Last week there was one they called that screwed over the Redskins' chances against them. I'm not saying the Redskins would have beat the Panthers.
Don't take it personally.
But the Redskins, what it was Greg Olsen catches and turns, and Culliver comes and he goes to like hit him, and he hits up under the ball through his pads, and just because the guy wasn't defending himself, the ball pops up, he catches it, goes the other way for a pick 6. Okay, and that was a momentum swing because we would have been up 7 at that point.
Yeah.
And instead, they call unsportsmanlike conduct, hit on a defenseless receiver. He didn't lead with his helmet. I don't know. It just seemed like a call that completely changed the landscape of the game because it's really frustrates me. Because sometimes morale and momentum is a frugal thing in the game. Any sport, really, right?
Morale is the most important thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, momentum is also pretty important. You can talk like that. And for the Redskins, which it didn't cost us because two plays later we had a chance at the pick and we dropped it. But it's ticky-tack fouls that just screw over teams. There was 2 last night. I didn't see these because I was on the way home from work. But I heard Skip Bayless talking about it today, and he named off like 5 or 6, but he's just being petty because he's a Tom Brady fan. But apparently there was some, and then Stephen A. Smith never complains about refs. Never complains about referees. And he was like, this is absolutely atrocious how bad these calls were. There was like a holding call when they sacked Brock Osweiler on like 3rd and 15 or something, 3rd and goal, and they sacked him for like 10 yards or something. They called a holding on Chung. And then there was an offensive holding or a defensive holding that they didn't call on Amendola when he was open like in overtime or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't call that one. And there's a bunch of he listed off a bunch more than I did, but he said that about half the ones that Skip Bayless bitched about. Stephen A. Smith was like, "You're dead on." The other ones are, they're ticky tack. But the other ones are dead on. They weren't called. Then you have like in the Steeler game. I didn't want to talk about this because I hate hearing Steeler bitch and complain. There was a 15-yard penalty on the Steelers because as Russell Wilson going out of bounds, the guy shoves him before he's out of bounds, but he's given the intention that he's going out of bounds, right? And you can't. That's just the rule.
But you can't just stop.
Well, Tom Brady did that last week. Apparently, me and Kevin were talking about that.
But that's my thing. You can't just when I'm coming at you and you're going out of bounds.
But you can like hit him and hold him up and try to like brace yourself and stop. You cannot like follow through with the play. You know,
you're still gonna hit him, and you're still gonna fall.
And the referee can understand if you're like, whoa, my bad.
Well, even if you get up and you like reach down and grab him up, like you still got to hold up and you reach him back up. I think that would go a long way is deterring that flag from being thrown.
Yes, that's my point. I mean, you can't stop it. It's impossible. If I'm running 20 miles an hour, you can't go 20 to 0 like that. I mean, that's how injuries happen.
But see, then again, that's the thing. And
that's how you blow
Cam Newton and Russell Wilson, they're true sportsmen.
Yeah,
they are true sportsmen to the key. If the guy got up or was laying on him, still had his hands on his jersey, and picked him back up and like patted him on the shoulder pads, I'm sure that Cam could walk over to the ref and be like, "Yeah, don't worry about that. Pick that. Well, that wasn't it.
I get what you're saying, but Russell Wilson's back was to him, so. But I get the spirit of what you're saying.
Yeah, those two are true sportsmen.
They talked about that, and then like apparently on the interception that Ben threw, where Antonio Brown tripped, what's his name was holding his jersey, and the referee missed it because it was early in the play and the ball had not been released, and that's why he tripped. So the referee missed it. Sometimes he just misplays. That's fine.
I didn't think it was holding until the ball was in there, or pass interference till the ball was in there.
After 5 yards, it is holding. There's technically defensive holding after 5 yards. I think it was after 5 yards.
Oh, it's after 5 yards, it's holding, but after the ball was in the air, it's pass interference.
Yes.
Okay.
Like if you're 5 yards, if this is 5 yards right here,
I understand.
And you get to here, as soon as I go like that, that's holding. That's defensive holding.
See, I think one of the best things they can
I call it incidental contact, but
I think one of the best things the NFL can honestly do is take holding and just say, fuck it. Just get rid of it.
Well, okay. Let's say I'm a defensive player or an offensive player. I'll let you go by me, and when you go by me, I'll grab the back of your right here and pull you straight down.
They did it Paul Mullen.
Just saying. What are you going to call that? It's not holding. You call it sportsmanlike conduct, I guess. But you're allowed to hold. You're allowed to hold in here. You're allowed to hold in here. Pads. But you cannot hold out here.
Yeah.
You cannot hold out here. That's the rule, and that's the thing. I don't understand why guys even do it. If you actually just put, because they try to counter defense. The defense learns push-pull technique. Or if you want to get by a defender, you'll put, let's say I want to go this way, I'll push and then pull down on his jersey
to flip him,
and then dip and rip, or I'll dip and rip through, or I'll swim.
Or flip and roll.
No, I don't know what flip and roll is. I don't know what that one is. I just dip and rip. You step through and you're still low, or you swim over. That's the only two. And because defense can hold like that out there, it's a little bit of an advantage defense.
We have spent way too much time on this stuff.
Yeah. Oh well. So we're gonna go to basketball real quick because I do want to talk about basketball.
I gotta wake up the boy.
Okay.
Well, the boy's already awake.
So 39 minutes. Okay, we'll jump right to that.